All right, Raptors, welcome to another weekly update on the 18th of August 2024. It's an absolute pleasure to be here, and it's really awesome to have you with us. Nice to see we've got a good turnout today. It's awesome to see. What a week it has been.
Yeah, it sure has.
Let's just get on with it. Let's start off with the elephant in the room, and that is, I suppose, the first thing that matters really, that I'm pretty sure most of you will have already seen, and that is our brand new testnet, which incorporates the brand new wallet design as well. And that includes also easily attach a file to an asset and upload it to the Raptorium IPFS cluster that Charlie was building. You can look up assets by name and ID, as well as IPFS files by CID on the new Raptorium Asset Explorer, which can be found at ipfsweb.raptorium.com. Again, big thanks to Charlie for all the hard work that he's done on that. We've talked about the new wallet design a few times now, and we're really glad to see it come to fruition in this short shooter testnet that we've just fired out. So as you can see, it's looking slick, and it will auto start in the dark mode. I am told that Mancini is going to be updating the light mode to look a little better very shortly. Also, naming is now more intuitive and clean. Assets now work properly with the HD wallet. That was one of the big issues in a previous testnet. Also, the documents inside the wallet have been corrected, and also the missing lock as well that the wallet needed has now been added. A lot of community did some work with Transifex. That's the languages part of the community sort of help that we're requiring, and now that is now working within the wallet as well. Automatic backups are now fixed, and also incorrect parsing of ProTX revoke is now fixed as well. So go and check that out at our GitHub. It is a version 2.0.3.99, so be sure that you are clicking on the correct file. And the new testnet is actually codenamed Short Shooter. Charlie, what else we got, mate?
I think you just covered everything. I don't have anything to say.
Oh, you do? Come on, you've been working on all sorts of things.
Let me see. We got going.
It's launching. Yahoo.
What we got going? I hear BP is with us now.
Yeah, BP's here.
Oh yeah, mainly I've been working on obviously the Asset Explorer. That started out as just a simple IPFS Explorer. It was just a basic HTML, and then I was dropping pins from the cluster in a text file and having it read from those, and then it would give you some information on the pins and display the file. And very simple. And then I just kind of carried on from there, and Binary said, hey, well, it would be cool if we could look up assets and get all the asset information and show the IPFS file. So it kind of snowballed from there, and I ended up building an API for it in Node, and then adding a database, file database, MSQLite to it to store the information in, and it's just kind of snowballed, and I've been adding kind of feature after feature almost on a daily basis for the last week. So that's been really fun. Been fun to work on and get going. And then
that last feature is important, I think. It was the share button.
Yes, the share button. The share buttons are dynamic, so they change depending on which IPFS file you're looking for, or asset ID or name, asset that you're looking for. The share link will always change to reflect whatever you're looking at or whatever you have searched for. So you just click that, and it gives you a link back to that and opens your Twitter or LinkedIn or Telegram or whatever. So you can share that real easy just by clicking on the share links there on the Asset Explorer. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I hope people, once we get rolling, will use that and share their assets and their IPFS files and whatnot.
Well, you're going to really want to share your meatballs, aren't you, Charlie? You know?
Yes, I was actively sharing my meatballs yesterday on Twitter. So
Yeah, I mean, I helped you in that as well. I did
Yes,
share it.
you
I did share your meatballs. I thought it was very important to do so. Yeah. So
I
now,
also tokenized a guy getting rugged on Twitter and put it on chain for so it's there forever. So yeah, that's pretty good. That was fun.
David, what you got, mate?
What haven't we got? I mean, there's been so much going on. We've got a new build on the what's it called, short shooter branch, with additional minor fixes on the GitHub. So we're getting close to being basically complete for mainnet. We need to have a look at the wallet and make sure that theming is consistent across the whole wallet. If we've got some hyperlinks, they should be a nice gray color in the dark theme, not blue. That kind of thing. Little things that people may have missed while working on them. Might as well be as pedantic as possible and get things to the point where we feel good about what's coming out. Charlie, you mentioned you were going to be running a competition for assets.
Yep. But I honestly haven't had a chance to really nail down any of the details. I haven't dove back into it, but I hope we can.
You can touch
Hope
on
we
the
can,
details, though. It is interesting. You can touch on them.
Help me out, bro. I don't even remember. My brain is so full right now.
Come on, Charlie,
Ow!
you know.
Yeah, seriously.
So,
It was the cringe. No, that you say that.
the Corruptorium.
Oh, Craptorium. Yeah, I'll let you do.
So Charlie was thinking of doing a competition for the community to create a wrap and put it on chain. But the cringiest and the worst wrap that you can produce will win. That's the rule. We're not looking for something that's absolutely epic that's going to go to number 1 in the charts. We're looking for the worst wrap that you can create. So
It's basically got to fit the current narrative.
yeah, and
I think
we're going to be doing a stream, possibly not using Discord because we can't hear the MP3 file as a group. We'll probably use Huddle or whatever you said, David. But Restream, yeah. And then we'll be listening to the Craptorium music, and then and reviewing it on Cringe Factor. So as we said, the worst MP3 will win.
Yeah, and that has to be tokenized and sent to whatever address we provide. So you need to make an asset and attach the cringiest wrap that you can come up with to the asset, and then send it to us. We'll provide an address for that.
Well, it'd be good if they could just send us the link from the new Asset Explorer, and then we could just listen to it on there.
Or we can do that. I'm easy. No problem.
Yeah.
So, barring system breaks, meaning breaks in the operation of the chain, the operations of assets, etc., during current testing, if we don't have any major breaks, we are going to have some big news tomorrow or the day after. But that, again, illustrates that we need the community's help with quite a few things to get this rolling. We need the community help with checking CSS and HTML in the wallet. We need, and be really anal about it, we need help with potentially an integration guide for exchanges for assets, bug bounties. Now that we are releasing this, we've got to up the ante slightly on bug bounties. I believe we've got coverage for up to 10 million RTM in bug bounties.
10 million?
Yes.
I've been keeping a couple of bugs in my back pocket, just waiting.
Yeah, I'll bet you have, Charlie. Yeah. 10 million RTM bug bounties, that is something.
Yeah. I will be writing up a plan to basically bring it in line with CVE or something similar, probably CVE, early next week. And we'll publish the full details on it. Yeah, the Asset Explorer IPFS cluster. IPFS cluster got to 69 pins yesterday, which is good to see. The documentation for joining the RTM IPFS cluster is out. I think that's it, really.
Charlie, have you mentioned about searching by owner address?
I don't think so. I actually added that as we were working on the streams. So you can now enter a Raptorium address on the Asset Explorer, and it will list all assets that address owns on it. So you can now search by RTM address as well.
Excellent.
Nice.
MJ, our AI guy, is currently, well, he's back in action. He was at the hospital for a while over the last couple of months, but he's now back in action, and he's working on splitting our AI into business and consumer so that we can utilize it in a much better light for different demographics accessing our project for different reasons. So it's kind of important. Currently we've got a single link, and so he's going to be splitting that so we can easily onboard businesses and companies or whatever, and it will give them a thorough guide on how they can integrate with the Raptorium project and also utilize assets. As we've mentioned previously as well, the consumer side of it, the public side of it is basically a help, so you can ask it absolutely any question about Raptorium. You can even ask it to write you in a Raptorium tweet if you want to tweet about us, and it'll give you some excellent information, and it'll literally help you with absolutely anything. It's
really well done.
Very powerful, yeah. So big thanks to MJ for the work that he's doing on that. And also, it's just arrived on my lap, our laps, is MJ and his team have been working on the first draft of the Assets release video. I was really excited to get this out and to really get the right feel out there, especially in the current world. The video needed to have the right feel to it. So after the stream ends, we're going to be reviewing that new Assets release video to make sure that it fits how we envision it, and make sure that it's epic enough for the world to see. So that's exciting for us after this ends. We've also been working on, and I mean, you should have mentioned this, Charlie. We've been working on and tweaking the new Raptorium doc site, which includes a much more intuitive interface, which helps with navigating the documents, along with a design and brand that feel that matches our brand new wallet code, as seen on the update on Friday. We do have a new bot in the Discord right now, and that's called Engage. This aims to firstly collect the tweets. Well, it doesn't actually collect them on its own right now, but I'm planning on creating an automation in order for that to happen. Currently it's a manual thing, but I'll get that automated maybe in the next couple of days, and that is to push the tweets and possibly other things as they are posted at our social media, and deliver them to the community in such a way that the community members are rewarded for interacting with them. It features a leaderboard that can populate based on a Discord command, along with team logs, so that we can closely see what's going on with the bot and see what people are doing with it. I know it was kind of important to us to get something like this rolling, and a while back, maybe a few months ago, me and Jeff Starlipper couldn't actually find anything that would do the job. So hopefully this is the solution to what we were looking for. and with a bit of tweaking, I think it could possibly be decent. I know a few people have used it right now and said that it's working. Some aspects of it are not public yet because I'm still testing it and tweaking it. I know Fostian said it's working fine, so if you can access it, do me a favor and just link up your X to the Engage bot and see if you can interact with some of the tweets. Well, I think there's only 2 on there, but interact with the tweets that have been put on to the Engage section of the Discord. We are thinking of doing weekly rewards for interactions with social posts, and based on the leaderboard points that you'll be getting, I've actually set some of the things like commenting, you get 69 points. If you just like it, then you get less than 69 points, and some of the little scores like that. I mean, it'll allow you community members to earn a bit of RTM for your efforts while doing some good for the Raptorium project. So go check that out, guys. I have also been buying some merchandise and other things for the upcoming conference, which is Token 2049, which we've got coming up next month, such as key rings and key fobs. Some of you, as some of you call them, some bottle openers too. Everyone likes to open a beer, don't they, Charlie?
Oh yeah.
Just
Who
basically,
doesn't like to open
what's that?
who doesn't like to open a beer?
Do you drink beer, David?
Not very frequently, but
No. Yeah, so just basically as many small things as I can fit in my case while still having some sort of life and cleanliness at Singapore. So I'll be posting some pics and also maybe sending a few out to the community when I get them. We have a new Raptor Chain Reaction video coming on, coming this week with myself and Hunter. Which will focus on the emergence and the power of family offices. As far as I understand, family offices have doubled over the last 5 years, and they continue to gain much of a market share of trading, and they're taking a lot of the tools of trading, and sometimes overtaking some of the trading platforms in the way that they operate. So we'll be focusing on that. Check that out. This will be recorded on Wednesday and it will go live on Thursday, all being well with editing with Hunter. I am playing with an automation which will hopefully populate the TikTok channel when a YouTube video is posted. So it basically pushes the link over to there as a draft, and then we have to manually publish, all being well. So I'm just playing with that. Hopefully if that's working, then I'll put it permanently live. So it just saves a bit of time as well for the team to do other things. Finally, with the help of Hunter, I have invested in some items that aim to make these videos and also the chain reaction videos a bit more professional. Such as hydraulic desk arm, which can move around, and fitments for the camera and the teleprompter, along with additional fixtures for the ability of like a floating mic on the side of all of that, and also a light source as well. They're not fitted yet. There's still a few things due to arrive, but by the time we have our next weekly update, hopefully they'll be here and it should all be set up and we can try that out.
Awesome.
I won't be here next week for the weekly, as we'll be taking my wife and the kids to the Lake District. While we're waiting for questions, we'll go over to Alejandro and have a chat to Alejandro. How are you? Are you good besides the camera?
How are you doing, guys? I'm sorry. I got a problem with the camera a few days ago. I fixed it, but now I still have the problem. So
That's
maybe
good.
it's the software. I don't know. I'm a little bit upset about it. Sorry.
That's all right.
All good. All good.
So how are you? How's the community? What you been doing?
Yeah, been I'm been this couple of weeks just handling something with the community site we have built. We tested. I've been tested it a lot with Nogedo, and we make a place for testing, and the tests are fine. I think we are in a very good shape with that, and not too much. I'm been making nice videos all these days. Thanks for the tools you bring me.
No problem.
Is very professional video quality right now on the social network, so it's very good. Thanks for that and for all the support.
Okay, we've got a question in from Footwiser. I am thinking about installing the testnet release on the same computer as my core wallet. Is this going to run without problems?
Yes, provided that you use a different conf file for that install.
Yeah, it should run fine. I mean, mainnet or testnet, right? But make sure you start it up with testnet flags so you're on the right chain. Assuming that's what you want.
Might do a small camping site, tokenize it, then a revenue stream from that. Let's see how that works out. Already got the land for it, so it's not a question of funds per se. It's more a question of 2 or 3 tents and sharing the revenue from it.
Yep. Soak is saying, great work with the Assets team. Any predictions for on-chain smart contracts?
No, not yet.
Piggy Coin is the best, apparently. HNS is saying, can you elaborate on what you'll be doing at Token 2049? Well, networking, and more networking. Pretty much.
Which means it means drinking. I just don't want to say it, but I'll say it.
Well, we'll have a few, obviously. I mean,
it's Singapore. Got to be careful with that.
Yeah, we do have to be careful. We'll cap it at 15.
Reasonable.
Yeah. A lot of networking. We do plan on speaking to a lot of people. There is a sort of an application behind the whole of the conference where you can apply to reach out to anyone that's there, and then they can accept the invite, and then you can go and have a chat with them. So I've currently got probably 30 different people who want to chat with us, so we are arranging that at the moment using their app. So that's a cool thing to do. I've also applied to speak with a lot of other people there as well. So it's important really to sometimes speak to people face to face. As a project, we do speak to quite a lot of people on various calls and things through Discord or through Telegram or through whatever means, Zoom or whatever, and it's just not the same as actually speaking to someone face to face, because you can really get the message across better on what you want, and they can sort of gauge a lot better to see what type of people you are, and when you
conversion rate on it is also immeasurably better.
Yeah, when you're behind a screen, it's really hard to get a feel for how a person is and if you can trust them or not. So this is why we're going there, and a lot of the main people in the space are going to be there, and as we've said before, it is the largest conference, so we did feel it was important to be there. And another one of our goals that I've mentioned earlier is we're going to try and get as much mini merch into as many people's hands as possible, barring room in my suitcase. And if more people have got Raptorium in their pocket in some shape or form, then there's more chance that they're going to be looking our way post-conference. So that's something else that's important. We have applied for other things at the conference, but we're not too sure whether we're going to get them at the moment. I know that there's some of the larger projects getting some speaking slots and things like that. So we are a small project, but we are trying to push on getting things like that rolling, because a speaking slot at that sort of venue is a cool thing to have. So maybe we'll get that, maybe not. But the main thing is we're all going to be there as a team, and we're going to be showing off what we've created. We're going to be showing especially some of the teams such as Runes and Ordinals on how they should have done things, you know what I mean? So that's something that we're going to be showing off, and we're just basically going to be giving people another option, a much more secure option, and talking to some of the people who have lost a lot of money in the space, and yeah, like I say, giving people another option to actually tokenize things and have a bit more confidence in what's in front of them, which is something that's lacking in a lot of the projects in the space right now. There's going to be a lot of traditional DeFi ERC projects there as well, so maybe we can convince them to bridge over to something that we're doing, and to follow us as well, which will hopefully help us in the long run. So that's generally what we're there for. Hopefully it'll give us a nice good stand-in for progressing things after the event finishes.
Exactly.
Okay.
It's going to be interesting moving things forward there.
Yeah, absolutely.
We are also meeting with at least one of the two exchanges that we've discussed integrating assets with. Looking forward to that. Getting a marketplace out there, getting it working. That's going to be a big net positive.
Big thank you to everyone that's been watching us and been supporting us. And as you can see, we've always said, you know, we'll never give up, and we are relentless. It doesn't matter what's going on in the markets, whether we're up, whether we're down. We never give up. We're always consistently working on something and building the project, because this is what we enjoy doing. So thank you so much. Thank you. Any last words, David, before you go back to bed?
No. I just need to get back to bed.
Cheers.
Yeah.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, guys.